Good morning, everyone. Welcome to RevSportz. I am Gargi Raut, and joining me today for this conversation are Debasis Sen, S. Kannan, and Ishaan Shahane. We'll be gearing up for the second T20I between India and Afghanistan, and lots more. But to start with the second T20I between India and Afghanistan, which youngster are you looking forward to watching the most, Kannan?
Ah, youngsters, I'm actually looking to the old man, Rohit Sharma, to score runs because he didn't do well. He's made a comeback. I'm looking to see him. I'm looking to look at the young man called Virat Kohli who's making a comeback. So these are the young men for me. But other than then, first match in Mohali, we saw Shivam, performing brilliantly. We've seen Tilak also do well. So I think it's a mix of old seasoned pros and the youngsters. That's how what I look at, and because this is going to be like your last international T20 before the World Cup in the US and West Indies. So just to look at youngster may not be right for me.
Devashish, I was asking you, how do you see the combination of the Indian team changing once Virat and Jaiswal step into the team?
Gargi, I would be very interested to see who opens the batting when Virat is available for the next match. Obviously, Rohit Sharma in his pre-match press conference in Mohali did say, in fact, Rahul Dravid did say that he would be looking, he won't rule out the option of both Virat and Rohit opening. But for me,
Oh,
that will be a blunder. Means let it be very straightforward. Means when you have someone like a Yashasvi Jaiswal, means you need to groom the youngster. Obviously, not no, only 6 months left before that T20 World Cup. So you need to back someone like a Yashasvi Jaiswal. He's an attacking player, stroke player. He did miss out the last game, but then if he is available, then he should straight away be opening the batting, which was the case. He has been opening the batting for India. So for me, I would be looking forward to Rohit Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal with Virat going in at number three. Yes, but it will be very interesting as well because Shubman opened the batting in the first game. Now, if Yashasvi is also available and Virat comes in as well, so who will be your top four? That is something very interesting, and obviously it will be a little bit unfortunate for Tilak Verma because he has to miss out if everyone is available.
Ishan, your thoughts?
Yeah, valid point, Gagi. If Jaiswal's in the squad, it has to be Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma because the left hand right hand combination really works up the order. Shubman Gill obviously is used to opening, but with Virat Kohli coming in as well, he's most likely to play number four. It's going to be very interesting to see actually what eventually happens. But the most safest option will be Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma because I think they really complement each other as well. And they both play for Mumbai. They have that experience. Rohit Sharma has that experience. Jaiswal, on the other hand, can possibly learn from him, and Jaiswal as well, an explosive player. You want someone like that who you can possibly groom up the order as well. So thinking for future as well, I think Jaiswal should be given that opportunity and should be groomed up the order. He's gotten better with performances back to back. He's been getting better with time. So obviously, I think if he's up the order, playing more often and more frequently up the order, that will just give him confidence. And I think someone like Jaiswal, up the order will instill that belief in him because you don't want to make him change his batting lineup as well because he's been playing up the order since the IPL. So you want to make sure that he's groomed for that position. While Shubman Gill, on the other hand, has experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was reading a very interesting comment from the legend Sunil Manohar Gavaskar yesterday
Hmm.
that, for the World Cup, who knows, even Rishabh Pant could be in fray. Devashish, do you think is that possible? Because, we don't know whether he's going to be playing for Delhi Capitals in the IPL. And do you think that, Gavaskar making such a statement, he's not the type who jumps the gun?
Only
You know,
point I want to make here is, sir, will Rishabh Pant be available as a wicketkeeper batter? That is the only big concern
Right.
because means it automatically uh, disturbs the balance of the side if he is played only as a batter. You want someone like
No,
a
I think Sani Gavaskar was referring to him as a keeper. But for me, given his knee injuries, come
no.
back, he's doing strength training and all. But to me, it looks a bit odd. But since Gavaskar is saying it, I thought I'll just bounce it off all three of you, including you, Gargi, that you are also a former cricketer. So do you think that this is realistic or it's a bit of kite flying? We are talking about top of the order youngsters, but Rishabh to me is like an unknown commodity right now because he hasn't played for 13 months.
I mean, you're right. One thing, fitness is one thing, right? Going through rehab and coming back to fitness is one thing. But then cricket fitness coming back to form is one other thing. And doesn't happen just, as soon as you enter in the nets, no matter who you are, no matter you're Sachin Tendulkar or Rishabh Pant or whoever, you need match practice, to get back into the groove. And Rishabh Pant, what he has been through physically is, even mentally, it's not something that very small. It was a near death accident, so thankfully he didn't go through any major injuries, but he's back to playing. That's what we know. But I think when we talk about his performance as a wicketkeeper, he might be, as a wicket keeping batter, he might be available. If he is available, he might be important. But when we talk about him just as a batter, I think there are many out there. You have Rinku Singh who can do the same job, maybe even better at this point in
No,
T20.
Sorry, Gargi, I took over your role. You're the host, but I thought
No,
since
it's
you're an
okay.
expert
no,
as a
it's okay.
cricketer, so I should ask you as well.
No,
Yeah.
but Gargi, I would like to add that Rishabh Pant will be available as a batter, as
Yes.
clearly as a batter in the IPL. If he is playing in the IPL for Delhi Capitals, he will only be available as a batter. So there are doubts. Means obviously whether he's going to keep wickets, because you need you need to play him as a batter keeper. Means obviously, as you rightly said, someone like a Rinku Singh, Hardik Pandya also available, Ravindra Jadeja also in the make, also available. Then obviously, just to play him as a batter, then you might actually
Might
it's
not
just
be
a
worth it.
balance somewhat. Means obviously, Rishabh any day, if he's fit, if he's there, he will easily walk into that side. But given his fitness concerns, obviously he's coming after a long injury layoff, and whether he will, how his form goes in the IPL will decide.
Thank you. I
I,
think that's
I,
a nice debate we had, I think.
Yeah, it's actually a very interesting debate to have, because when you think about Rishabh Pant coming back in, it changes everything, and you don't know if Rishabh Pant can still play the way that he used to. So that is something that we have to take into consideration as well. But turning our attention to Malaysia Open Super 1000 now, Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty have moved through to the semi-finals after defeating China. The world number two duo have had a dream run through 2023 with 6 titles and are now well on their way to possibly clinch the Malaysia Open title as well. We have something special prepared. Please take a look. Indian badminton sensations Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty showcased their dominance once again, advancing to the semi-finals at the Malaysia Open Super 1000 tournament. The second-ranked pair in the world and Asian Game gold medalists demonstrated impeccable control and assertiveness in a swift 35-minute quarter-final clash against China. The Indian duo secured a commanding 21-11, 21-8 victory, highlighting their prowess on the court. With this impressive win, Satvik and Chirag now set their sights on the next challenge. They will face either Korea or third-seeded Malaysian duo in the semi-finals. Reflecting on their exceptional 2023 season with 6 titles, Satvik and Chirag displayed a near-perfect game in Kuala Lumpur. Lightning-fast exchanges, well-paced rallies, and strategic variety were the highlight of their performance. Taking a commanding lead in the first game and maintaining momentum after the interval, the Indian pair secured a convincing victory with a scoreline of 21-11, 21-8. The Chinese opponents, on the other hand, appeared clueless against the masterful performance of Satvik and Chirag, who claimed victory with 12 match points, converting on the second opportunity. Kannan, how incredible has the duo been?
I think incredible is the right word you've used, and I think the outstanding. They're just shifting gears, from 23 to 24. Just as a calendar, you flip the date, they are moving. Just a few days ago, they were there to receive the trophy, the Khel Ratna trophy, and now they are playing. We have seen them speak several times to our own RevSportz and other newspapers that they're going to pick and choose the events they're going to play in the lead up to the Paris Olympics. And this, obviously, the Malaysian event is one of the important events, and to peak straight there, hit top gear, as they say in Formula One. It's a good sign, and if you're going to warm up for it in Jan, I think by July they're going to be red hot, and that's what I want to see, because they're being touted as one of the medal prospects at the Paris Olympics.
Yes, but turning our attention to tennis now, Sumit Nagal has made an incredible return to Australian Open main draw after 3 years. This will be Nagal's second main draw appearance at the Australian Open, first in 3 years and fourth overall at a Grand Slam tournament. Kannan, also talk about Nagal, what a comeback.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. RevSportz has particularly been tracking Nagal, and we did an exclusive interview, print interview, in RevSportz on Friday, and I spoke to him, and it's a story of literally rags to riches. He was at the Asian Games, crying. He had no funds, he had no money for a coach, no money for a physio, and he literally was looking for someone to offer some coins in the begging bowl, and then came along a sponsor, and from the challenger level in 23 playing on clay, he did not get a wild card for the Australian Open in Melbourne, some goof up by the All India Tennis Association, plus winning rounds of qualifying and making it to the main draw Australian Open is a big thing in Indian tennis singles. My mind goes back to 2019 when he played the US Open first round against Roger Federer. Won a single set, which is a big deal against Federer. And I think Nagal coming back is a positive sign. Again, he's ranked within the top 130, and if he's going to be around 100, who knows, he may be back, competing for India in Paris Olympics, because 2024 is the year of the Olympics. And I think apart from cricket, the T20 World Cup, Olympics is going to be a really strong flavor. What do you say, Ishaan?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a world-class event. So, everyone will be extremely eager to, be out there. And I think even the RevSportz team as well. So, I think all of us can't wait.
I would just like to add on Sumit Nagal. See, we need to have someone doing well in tennis, because we had someone after the Ramesh Krishnan, the Vijay Amritat, we had a Leander Pace and a Mahesh Bhupati, and to some extent and Rohan Bapana. But since then, we hardly had.
You're not counting Sania Mirza, huh? You're angry with Sania Mirza.
No way, Kannan sir. Obviously, I'm talking about you need some great performance by the Indian players in international circuit, and Sumit Nagal has just shown the way. Means obviously qualifying for the Australian Open, we had players like Leander and Mahesh playing the Grand Slams consistently so now we have someone who plays the Australian Open. So it is a great sign, and hopefully if he can cross that first round hurdle, means it will be great news for Indian tennis. I think so.
And I think this will also encourage more tennis players to take up the sport, because we need people like this to step up. So I think if he crosses that first hurdle, so a lot more younger generation tennis players can be possibly seen in the future coming up, rising up the ranks. So it's very important actually to make those historic victories. Yeah.
Thanks.
Moving on to football, Rahul Giri and Swapnil Mukherjee are over in Doha to cover the AFC Asian Cup. Here are all the updates from Ground Zero.
Hi, this is Rahul for RevSportz, and along with my colleague Swapnil, and we are just outside the iconic Lusail Stadium. The iconic stadium which hosted the historic final of the FIFA World Cup between Argentina and France. And today, the host Qatar and also one of the title contender kicked off their campaign. And the Qatar fans have thronged the stadium in large number. It's
and
like
you always keep telling about this Almoez Ali.
Yeah. We talked about him a lot during the India versus Qatar game. And just Swapnil, it's like a festival mood here. Fans fans
yes,
are coming in
festival.
large number.
There's the carnival
celebrate
going. There are
Kaka's
people
win.
singing all around, and people like eating, having fun, listening to music. So it's like a festival.
But now our eyes will be on the big game, India versus Australia. Apart from India versus Australia, there are two other games, China versus Tajikistan and also Uzbekistan versus Syria. But we'll be rooting for India in the India versus Australia game. A very big game from India's perspective, and also India going to miss Sahal. And still we are in doubt whether Mehtab Singh or Rahul Bege who gonna play besides Sandeep Chingan. So Swapnil, your prediction for the big game?
See, like for the past few weeks, we are you keep telling about this Australia shooter, we Sahal missing. So now let's just like zip our mouths. Hope for the best, fingers crossed. Let's see what Coach Igor and his boys have for us, because everything was secret, because we haven't seen the game, and the game with this China was like postponed or cancelled, something like that. I don't know what happened, but the thing is, everything is quiet, and maybe it's like the quiet season before a storm, or it can be something else also.
And also, I would like to tell you one thing, that Indian fans are the second in the list to buy most number of tickets after Qatar fans. So without any doubt, tomorrow also, the atmosphere is going to be electrifying here. Lots of, we're gonna see blue sea here without any doubt. We are going to watch a sea of blue at the Ahmed Bin Ali Stadium. But you guys stay tuned to RevSportz, because we will be at the ground and we'll give you on-ground coverage.
Bleed blue, guys.
Kannan, Indian women's hockey team has a huge challenge ahead of them in Ranchi at the Olympic qualifications. How are the odds looking for the Indian team?
I think it's a very, very important, tournament. We should not forget what happened in Tokyo. Heartbreak. The girls were crying. Finished fourth. The bronze medal just slipped out of the grasp. Again, I was in Hangzhou along with the other members of, Trisha and Rohan from RevSportz. We saw the girls only manage a bronze, but then Ranchi is throbbing. Ranchi is like live right now, and the match against US today, it's going to be a big match. Let's not forget that if we rewind to history, when we qualified for Tokyo again, it was defeating US on aggregate score of 6-5. So, firstly, to get past USA will be important, and the second tough team in the group is New Zealand. Two different teams from two different continents. If you can pull it off against them, you've got the home advantage. There are fans who will be cheering. We saw during the ACT, Asian Champions Trophy, just after the Asian Games, a fantastic crowd support. There are almost like half a dozen players in this squad who come from Jharkhand, a very important state. And I think the vocal support, that lifts any player, and Ranchi is going to be a happy hunting ground. And if they qualify, it will be a big deal, because since 80 Olympics, only twice the Indian team women's team has featured in the Olympics, in 2016 Rio and the Tokyo 2020, obviously held in 2021 due to the COVID pandemic. So definitely I am rooting for the girls, Savita, Punya and all of them, though, Vandana is out because of a cheekbone injury. So I think our best wishes are with them, and RevSportz has really covered the build-up for the hockey event top class, I would say, till now.
And Gargi, to add to that, I think they also have a mental conditioning coach with them now, and the girls seem, meant. So eventually, it boils down to a mental game as well, because there's quality on both sides. But having that mental conditioning coach and having someone to tell you that this is the way it's supposed to be done, because there are a lot of youngsters in that team as well. So at times the pressure can get to them, and having a mental conditioning coach with them now helps in giving that additional support. So obviously there will be a lot of backing with the girls, and now it's about execution. So there is that experience in that squad with the youth. So I think if it comes together and if it blends well together, the possibilities are endless. So let's hope for the best.
That's right. You're talking about youth. Two of these players I've seen in the recent past. Baljit Kaur and Jyoti. They are the ones who are supposed to be replacing, and I think penalty corner execution can improve if they improve that. And as you've talked about mental conditioning, it really helps. In any sport, especially post-pandemic, a lot of athletes have dealt with issues. And when you are supposed to be facing criticism for needless reasons, and you have someone to sort it out for you, it also makes the job of the coach, Yannick Schopman, easier. So I think we've covered all the flanks, as they say in hockey, and all we want is just go out, bang, score the goals, win the match, and like we talk of shooting quota place, already so many have come. If Paris also, you see the women's hockey, it's going to be really India shining.
Yes, and Bharat Ramraj is closely following the Indian team's Olympic qualification campaign. Here's an exclusive package. Take a look.
First of all, thank you for taking your time out.
It's okay.
So taking a jog down the memory lane, how do you look at your childhood memories? Something about your childhood memories?
Childhood memories? In terms of hockey? I've always played, it's always been like a really real family sport. So I played because my cousins played, and it's something that I've always really enjoyed. I played lots of sports when I was younger, but I think hockey is a real family sport in New Zealand. So that's something I've always really enjoyed.
Any specific memory if you have, like getting gifted with the first hockey stick or something like that?
I remember my first hockey game I got to play with my cousin, and my uncle was coaching, so that was really nice. And then as I grew older, playing with my younger sister, that was also a really special moment for me.
Okay. Coming to the ranks, then you went on to play in Olympics, obviously.
Yeah.
And also that gold medal at Gold Coast in Commonwealth Games. So little bit about that gold medal especially.
Yeah, I think at the Olympics I've been a little bit unlucky. I've had 2 4th places and 1 8th place, so really close to a medal but not quite. So I think winning the gold at the Commonwealth Games after coming 4th twice in the Olympics was really special. It was nice because in Australia it's close to New Zealand, so we had lots of supporters, and kind of nice to win on their home turf, I suppose. But yeah, it was really special after being so close to winning medals to finally win a semi-final and then win a final.
Obviously you made a comeback for birthday cakes. just a few words.
Yeah, it's really special to be here. I feel really lucky to be back a part of the group 1 year after having my twin boys, and really lucky to have a super supportive family, because with twins you need lots of hands to help, especially when I'm not there, and the group's been really supportive at having me back, so I've been really enjoying it.
A little bit about the warm welcome that you received here.
Ranchi have been amazing. I think whether it's at the airport or the hotel or here at the turf, I think all of the local community have been really welcoming, and we feel really lucky to be here and really looking forward to an exciting atmosphere here tomorrow night.
Just one final question. Just a little bit about the training today.
The training today?
Preparations.
We just had final preparations tonight, so a nice light training, just focusing on some specific stuff that we'll do both against Italy and India.
Igor Stimac spoke to RevSportz in an exclusive interview about Indian football team's preparation for the AFC Asian Cup. Listen in to what he has to say. I'll leave you all with that. Till then, stay tuned to RevSportz.
Hello guys, this is Raut for RevSportz, and the day is here. It's India versus Australia, and joined by me, the very special man who needs no introduction, and he always seems chill and relaxed, whether India faces Australia, Kuwait or Qatar. Even just few days ago, I saw him was dancing in the rhythm of some Bollywood songs. But coach, your boys will be taking on Australia. We have a large gap between these two teams. So are your boys succumb to the pressure, or just you have given some special tips to them?
Never mind how big is the gap in football, no? There is always a chance, because there is 11v11 situation, and if you act as a team, behave as a team and play as a team, there is always a chance. So we believe in our strength, we believe in our work, and the most important thing for me in this tournament, I must say, is not the result, because the process which needs to go on, through the process we need to learn through our mistakes, we need to grow through our defeats, learn things, and make sure that India has a safe future.